Okie dokie. So we are home from the doctor's. I'll talk about it when I get home later this evening. Not bad, but I don't want to talk about it right now because I have to get out of here. We're gonna go get a quick pedicure because these dogs are screaming and barking and crying and all the things. I changed my pants. I actually had a different pair of pants on, but they were dragging too long. So I have my old Bottega wide leg pants. Can never go wrong with a wide leg black tailored pleated pant like this. Okay. This is actually a sweater vest from Urban Revival, and I'm wearing my sandals. Ooh, I need to double knot it, from Anthropologie, and I'm also wearing my bag, my LV green epi leather Speedy that I actually purchased from Fashion File because that's who we are seeing today for a quick shoot. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let me get a latte because I want to treat myself to a latte, dessert. And yeah, let me just tie this tighter. I'm thinking getting a French pedicure, and I'm also thinking of trying. Actually, no. Let me just see if I can get to the nail salon in Soho that I'm used to going to. That way, like, I know what I'm gonna get. The other place that we went to, Majesty's Pleasure, and these are Sakura Rose shades. I appreciated my pedicure, but I felt like it was too thin, the lacquer. I don't know. I just felt like it looked thin, like I did it myself at home kind of thing, and I don't like that. Let me take my charger, and we're going to go. Let me pack my camera as well. Let's go. So we are back home. I'm about to eat. I warmed up some food. Carlos made that amazing salmon that I love so much. But I wanted to talk to you guys. Ooh, all right. Pop off then, sis. I wanted to talk to you guys about two things, actually. I was in the neighborhood of M Studio, the place that I got my pedicure done, right? And I was getting my latte over there on 41st and what's it called? Park Avenue. And I was like, what's in this area? Because originally I was going to go down to Soho to get my pedicure done because I really like how they do it at this place called Lay Bloom or something like that. It's on West Broadway and Houston. Anyway, I was like, let me see what's in this neighborhood. And I looked at like 4 different places. All had great reviews, but M Studio had the most amount of reviews and were like 5 stars. And people were like, my paint job was perfect. I was like, I love a word perfect when it comes to like certain details, services like getting your nails done. So I was like, all right, let me see. Walk up in there, and they had a walk-in opportunity for me to get my pedicure done. And I was like, yeah, I just want a gel pedicure. And it was like, this is a dry pedicure. And I was like, oh, actually, I've seen something about it on TikTok, and I was really curious. Didn't know where they had it available here in New York because I only saw the TikTok was based out in Europe somewhere, right? So I was like, yeah, let me try it. I'm down for that. Y'all, they were so detailed. They got in between my toes. So it's a no water pedicure. They only use different file and drill bits, like get to work on Myra's feet times 10, okay? It was really great, really clean setup. They had different mechanisms to like soak up all the dust and stuff that was going around with everyone. Like there were 2 other people getting a dry pedicure, and they only had 3 seats, and then the rest of it was you can get your eyebrows done, laminated, lashes. You can get a Russian manicure, which I know a lot of people are into these days. And it was a very clean space, really chic and kind of small. So they were like, definitely you lucked up with like getting a walk-in, because typically we promote or encourage people to do a booking first. So the girl who did my feet was Ariana, I think her name. I have the card because I want to go back to her every single time. That girl got in between the bottoms of my toes. When I tell you, I feel like I have new feet, okay? And I even let her take a photo of my feet because she really liked the way that she did my French pedicure. But I mean, very clean cut job. I see why people rave about dry pedicures. I feel like I have a new set of feet. The only thing that I didn't notice, which honestly I don't really mind, there was no foot massage involved. I may have been able to add that on, but I feel like sometimes when I get a pedicure and they do a foot massage on me, I'm like, this was a leg massage and now I'm annoyed. So I'd rather just get a full body massage at an actual spa, you know? But anyway, really quickly, I'll tell you guys what happened at the doctor's because I don't want to dwell on it. Honestly, I had a really good afternoon after that conversation with the doctor. So just really quickly, in February, I had a pain in my leg. Thought I pulled a muscle, got diagnosed as a strained muscle, was treating it like that, right? But I started to notice that every month around my cycle, I would get a little bit of swelling in my calf leg and I would feel some tightness, sometimes some heat spots. And I got a little nervous about it when it was like May. Got an appointment through my primary doctor for a cardiovascular surgeon because I was concerned about veins being an issue, and got seen right away. He was like, you know, it seems like you have two different syndromes with the symptoms that I was explaining to him, and especially like noting that it was happening around the same time every month around my cycle. He was like, it's either you have May-Thurner syndrome or you have pelvic congestion syndrome. Both of the syndromes are connected to veins that are compressed. One is a little bit more higher risk as far as getting, you know, you into a situation where you have clotting and stuff like that, more swelling, more issues. And the other one is a little bit more affiliated to the gynecology area of the body. And still, both of them were basically not terminal, not, especially if you're like, if being that I'm younger and I don't have clotting situations and I do have a healthy lifestyle. I'm at a good weight for my age as well, my height. I'm not high risk. So it's more about a maintenance of the situation and a better quality of life and lifestyle choices. So then I was given the direction to get a CAT scan, which that happened in July. And I'm not really sure why it took them so long to get back to me about my results, but the results came out that there were no dangerous situations happening within my body at that point. No, you know, no clots or whatever, but they can see that I have compressed veins on my left side. So my right side, there's something going on my right side that's affecting the left, and it shows up as my calf leg swelling, feeling tight like a pulled muscle, feeling like hot spots. And if there, you know, I have to be very careful just going forward in life with certain things, but you know, it can cause clotting. It can cause a lot of issues, right? And so when I followed up with my doctor, I was like, yo, you know, my lab results are coming out. It looks like I have pelvic congestion syndrome, but, you know, obviously you want to hear directly from the doctor as far as what they see visually from the scans, along with the details of the lab results, which I did put everything that I got in the lab result written, and I put into ChatGPT, and I asked for it to break it down to layman's terms. And it did tell me, you know, there were no dangerous situations going on in that moment with my CAT scan, but it does look like I do have pelvic congestion syndrome from the scan. So basically the same thing. The conversation today, however, was more about the doctor wanting to know what my pain was on a scale of 1 to 10, what's my discomfort on a daily basis. June was the most amount of time that I had experienced the discomfort, but any other time before that and after that, it's been only a few days around my cycle. He said if it was any worse or if it was something that was really disruptive to my life, then we would discuss having a stent. But considering my age and my lifestyle choices and some things that I do actually want to start implementing to help blood flow altogether, we definitely don't want to do a stent. He doesn't really think it's something that he doesn't suggest it right now, even though stents are really good, and like there's 15 years of research that it, you know, is good standing, and all those things. He just feels like it's better to wait later on and just to live life normal, have a really good life, healthy lifestyle. The only thing that he wants me to implement is having a low sodium diet, number one. Number two, wearing compression socks more often, not just when I'm having a flare up, but just more as a preventative practice. He also wants me to get back into high intensity workouts because I did refrain from doing that. I was only doing low intensity classes like Pilates bar, yoga flow. He said all those things are great. He asked me to start doing again the lymphatic wood therapy that I was doing, because I did pause that for a little while as well. And he said that most of the things that I'm doing or were doing before, great. And he was like, there's no real need to like check in every year or anything like that. But I was like, but I would prefer to do more preventative check-ins and stuff. Can we do a 6-month checkup just for checking with a sonogram, my extremities and things like that, just to make sure that there aren't any signs of dangerous clots or pulling of blood and XYZ. The downside, I mean, the whole thing is like, not the most positive thing, but it's manageable, right? The one thing that is really bothering me is, you know, I do have to get a gynecologist on my team that is an expert in PCS, right? Because there are some potential risk issues when it comes to pregnancy and being a mom. My chances were a little tougher already, you know, with becoming a mom. This is just another layer of, hey, what do we need to do to make sure everything is smooth? Or if I can even carry. I'm glad it's not worse than what it sounds like, you know. It is really just a maintenance thing. It really is just paying more attention and having a healthy lifestyle all around. There's so many things I could do a lot better to just take care of myself. You know, he was like, you know, if you had a long day, just lie down on the floor and put your legs up on the wall for a couple minutes, you know, do compression therapy and things like that. Just extra things for a better quality of life. It's just the motherhood thing. So I emailed my gyno and I asked her if she understands PCS, if she's worked with other people that's had PCS, and if not, like if I can keep her. But I had another referral for another gyno who does have more of a expertise in this field. The only thing is it's a guy. I'm fine with, I know that they exist, guy gynecologists, but like I actually am not comfortable with having a male gynecologist. And I really do connect well with my current one. She's a Black woman. She just is really detailed at everything. And I feel like the only reason why she didn't catch this is because I went to a muscular, like what, I don't even know what the term is, but I went to a different doctor that told me I had pulled a muscle. You know what I'm saying? So I ruled it out before I can even talk to her about it. And before I even noticed that my swelling and discomfort was coming up around the same time as my cycle. Like it took me a couple months to realize that. So I didn't get a chance to really like connect the dots to ask her. So I emailed her and we'll see. So as you can see why I wanted to wait till I got home to talk to y'all about it. But it really, you know, it's a blessing because I caught it early. I paid attention to my body. I made notes. The signs were all there, and it made it very easy for the doctors to kind of pinpoint what was going on. So I'm really glad for that because they are both rare syndromes. And the May-Thurner's, they thought I either had May-Thurner syndrome or pelvic congestion syndrome, and both of them are rare. But I think it's more of the simple fact that it's rare because it's not diagnosed as much because people aren't really realizing that these things are connected, or to ask questions about it and to really push for answers as to what's going on. Hold on, Carlos is calling me.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I just dropped the kids off, but now I got someone that's interested in viewing my listing in Far Rockaway. I'm just going to show her right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Good. Well, good. I know you're tired, but good luck with it.
Oh, shit. Hold on, let me take this call. I'm gonna call you right back.
Okay. Bye. Carlos was with me earlier, and he went into a church and lit a candle for me and prayed. Listen, I'm grateful as that, you know? The only thing that I am just like, okay, let's do further work and research on is the ability to carry and what it would look like if I were to become pregnant and those things. Because he didn't really have a lot of answers for me when I asked about that. It was more so like, you can still get pregnant, but there might be some risk factors within your pregnancy depending on how hard your how your experience with PCS, like if you're having a lot of flares, that type of thing. Or he said something about early bleeding, or I don't know what that really meant. So he was like, definitely you need to talk to a gynecologist about this particular part, but I'm a part of your team when it comes to just maintaining and focusing on, overall vein health. So more info to come on it once, I've been researching about both of the syndromes since it was brought up to me in June, but more information and just like overall blood flow, circulatory health, and that journey. So get ready for that kind of content. But, I didn't want to talk about the details of it until I really understood what was happening. And that's why it took me so long to share. And I don't have an issue sharing it all, because I do think that some people might be experiencing something like this and not realizing what to ask a doctor about, or that it could be a potential issue that you would want to maintain and know about sooner rather than later. But I just wanted to have a little bit more information before I shared. And I was scared. Obviously, I told you I was scared. I was like, why they want me to come in? Like, why can't they just call me? But I could see why, because it was really a question of, do I need a stent? What's my situation right now? How am I feeling? And then talking through how to maintain and move forward. So very grateful for this doctor, Dr. Hahn of Mount Sinai. He's very detail orientated and really knows his stuff. And we'll see what the gynecologists say on both fronts. And I already let my primary doctor know as well. And she already had the gynecologist that is an expert in PCS on like the side ready for referral, just in case it was that. We were ready for either news of the syndrome. So yeah, I'm going to eat my food. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. It's not bad. It's just a little sucky. And I've been having a rough summer. That's all. So it's coming to head. But I'm very grateful for clarity, and I'm very grateful for this the best pedicure I've had in my whole life. Is that yours? I can't. Of course she came in here and found all the things. Look at Dr. Brown.
It's a Larry David shirt.
Isn't it? And look, he's whispering the price because he's scared they're going to change it. They're not going to change the price on you. He keeps whispering the price. They know what they did.
Okay. I didn't see the whole thing. Okay.
Oh. I went over here thinking they had circles.
She's whispering the price like they're going to change it on me.
That's hilarious. That is a David shirt. Where are we? Carolyn. She's a covert shopper.
I am. I'm behaving today. That is really cute. You're behaving.
I am.
Capture.
Y'all have one of those.
Okay. About to get some content done with the team. We're gonna use our mics and our cameras and get it done for Kinspire. The rest of the team is over there too, getting their sweets and ice creams. But yes. Okay, Doc. Doc got all his gadgets. He said, we're gonna hear you today.
Absolutely.
I love it. Right.
Whatever.
He's like, talk about me if you want.
It don't bother me.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I love their suede. Hello. Hello, cookies. It is, what day is it? It is Wednesday. So earlier today, I was with the Kinspire team. They were here from Pittsburgh, Maryland, and Miami. And we were out early afternoon just looking at one of the areas that we're going to be in for one of the days for New York Fashion Week with the students. And I think I met up with them around 12:30. I was running behind because I had to get something for them that I wanted them to take home. But met up with them around 12:30, and then we wrapped up around 4, I think it was. So yeah, we had a good time this afternoon. We ate lunch, did some content also for the program. And now I got home around like 4:30, and I'm about to go back out, actually. I'm going to an event. Marjan Carlos is interviewing Miss Julie at WSA, and I love Miss Julie, first of all. I love seeing her speak. This will be my first time seeing Marjan filming her podcast. I think it's going to be, I think it's filmed. And it's my first time seeing it in real life production. So that's going to be also exciting to see how that works and how that looks. And also, y'all know how I feel about going down to the WSA building for everything. Okay, my nails, my facials, it's just a vibe at that building. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that looks in the evenings. And yeah, I'm just putting together my purse. Carlos actually, Carlos is a real estate broker. So he owns his own real estate firm, but he also works in the mortgage industry as a loan officer for a bank. And he is out with that team. It's like a new team for him, and they're at the Mets game at MetLife Stadium. So he actually Ubered over there, and he was like, take the car to your event and do the things. And I was like, okay, cool. So we're going to leave in like 10 minutes. But I just wanted to show you my outfit. I'm wearing a Thunder Bay. I wear this suit a lot. I love this suit. It's a pinstripe black Thunder Bay suit, high waist pant, ends right at the bottom of my foot, basically. Tank top is from the line by K, and I'm gonna wear this vintage Fendi baguette. And yeah, that's what I'm wearing. And I'm just making sure I have everything I need. Oh, I need to take some of this stuff out. Oh my God, why are y'all on the sidewalk like that? Let me take my driver's license, my business card, because when I'm doing anything with transportation, like paying for parking, whatever, I use my business card. So I'll just take those two. And cash I have in the mesh bag. I ordered these little packets from Amazon, and they came in like a bunch. So it comes in. So you have this size, which fits into this bigger one. And then I have these two little ones. I thought it was so cute. And honestly, what I've been doing this week wearing with this pack, I've been leaving everything in there. So I have like for my period, my Excedrin, lip liner, some money, Pepto, lotion, Listerine strips, a pen, my lip stuff, a small perfume. And also, oh, I met this lady at Juvia's Place party, which honestly, I cannot stop thinking about. That party was really good. For a brand party, that was amazing. But we ran into this lady who owns this brand called Fly Girl Hair Perfume. This stuff smells amazing. Amazing. She gave us 2 different ones. Is it called Fly Girl Approved? Fly Girl Approved. I don't know if this one is okay. I don't know the names of them individually, but we'll get more information on that. But this was really great. Smells great. Okay, so I had to put that into my little goodie bag, and so we're gonna put that in there. You see how just it fits so effortlessly. And then I have my gum, and then I'm gonna pack my office keys. Just in case I need to stop. Because whenever I have the car, I like to stop by there in case I have like big packages or something like that. And I could just swoop it up and throw it in there and be on my way. So, yeah, that's the vibe. And I think I'm going to wear these Jill Saunders shoes. I've never worn them before, but considering we're going to be driving, I feel good about that. And for indoor sunnies, I'm going to wear my 12 p.m. Toronto. I love a yellow lens. I love an indoor frame. It just goes really well with what I got going on. And it feels really nice on my head. It's not squeezing my head, not too heavy on my nose and all that other stuff. Doesn't make an imprint and all that. So we're going to wear those. And that's it, right? It was kind of chilly today, you know, outside, but also indoor because a lot of places are like stuck on summer air mode. And they're waiting for like it to be consistently like 67 degrees outside for them to turn on the heat. But girl, we was cold in that restaurant eating our lunch, and then it was like breezy out and about too. So I'm glad I wore this suit all day, but I wore sneakers. I wore my Vans with this look. So yeah, we're switching into lady of the evening mode. Is that a good thing? That doesn't sound like a good job. I don't think that's a job I want. But anyway, I'm going to get ready. And I also have to make like a makeshift envelope for this person picking up keys for Carlos. But see y'all WSA. Okay.
Someone get this girl a real show. Like a sold to masses here. I love you. I know. We're gonna manifest it. It's like.
Hello, cookies. Oh my goodness, guys, it is Thursday. I did not have a morning meeting today because we were out yesterday with the crew and we updated each other all the things. It is Thursday, and can I tell you, I realized yesterday, I've been outside every day since Friday of last week. And y'all know I've been in this house all summer, so like, I am overjoyed to be in the house today. to take my time. Amen, amen, amen. To take my time, I said. And not frolic in the wilderness of the city, and to deal with the socialization of humankind. Can I get an amen? I'm in this house. I said, I'm in this house. I'm going to hydrate. Yes, God. I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to read my Bible. Yes, Lord Jesus. Oh, I pulled my neck. Wait a minute. Let me stop playing around. I can't be a pastor. I pulled a muscle. My neck is hot, as hot, as hot, as hot, as hot. I'm not going to play no more games. I just woke up. Why I do that? Y'all ever pulled your neck and try to play it off? I tried to do that. It's not working. Oh, my neck hot. Anyway, golly. I'm in the house. Oh, my God. It's cooling off now. It's cooling off. That's why I'm not a preacher. Anyway, let me recalibrate myself. Anyway, I'm be in this house. I'm going to make some content today. Like, I'm going to make my video for tomorrow, whatever. But, like, girl, I'm not doing... I'm so happy I don't have to go outside. I am a fool. If you're new to this channel, I told somebody, I said, listen, I don't think y'all understand how crazy I actually am. And if I had someone with me 24/7 with the camera, y'all would see a very different version of me. Like y'all would, yeah. Anyway, because I cut up. I cut up way too often. And I'm actually really silly. So anyway, now that I didn't break my neck completely, let me tell you about last night. So yesterday, overall, I don't think we talked halfway through, did we? I don't remember. If we did, then I'll cut this part out. If I'm being redundant, excuse me. Let's make some coffee while I talk. So yeah, the team from Kinspire was here. We hung out. I met up with them in the area of 26th and 6th Avenue, which basically is a neighborhood that has like a string of vintage stores, because the students had expressed that they would be interested in, because we have like a shopping day morning set up, that they would be interested in shopping vintage stores as well, because we're going to be giving them some shopping money. So, excuse me. Since they mentioned that, the team wanted to figure out like what would be the most conducive to shop like area. And originally they were going to be staying in the city in a hotel, but when we looked at the cost and of everything, it would be a lot better and more money could be spent in other ways for the kids if they were set up at a huge Airbnb in New Jersey, which actually I think I would prefer for them anyway, because they would have like a retreat experience. Like, it's a beautiful house, like pools, all the stuff. So anyway, I was like, all right, meet me over here on 26th and 6th Avenue. There's 2nd Street, Buffalo Exchange. Beacons isn't too far, but it's like Goodwill and a couple other places that are really cute and affordable. Some a little bit more higher, like 2nd Street is a little bit on the higher end for like younger people, you know what I'm saying? And I think they would prefer like Buffalo Exchange and stuff like that. But anyway, wanted them to see that clearly, and then like an avenue or two over are like the Zara's and the H&M's and all that stuff. So everything is in a very short walking distance from each other, and I just wanted them to like witness that, as well as like some good eats would be in that neighborhood too. So walked over there with them, got some lunch at the Smith. It was so cold in there. I think I did tell you guys that part. And then we did a bit of filming in the park, which I did show you guys, which would be just like footage that they're going to be using for different content for the Kinspire page. So that happened, came home, changed, did the things, and then we went downtown for Marjon Carlos live taping of her podcast, Your Favorite Auntie. So that was really delightful. Literally, the aesthetic, the set, the experience of like the production, 10 out of 10. Somebody picked this girl's show up. Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Amazon Prime. Hello, is this thing on? Bravo, come to the front. I'm not joking. She had segments, hot topics. She had questions from the audience and advice from Auntie. She had different people who, there was a sponsor, Merit Beauty was the sponsor. And she even had a segment that wrapped around the concept of finding your beauty and feeling beautiful and feeling one with yourself, and that being in connection to the sponsorship. Like, you know how like some podcasts will have like a sponsorship and be like, today's episode is brought to you by Nespresso, and Nespresso has why we love it, a dreamy taste of vanilla dances through delicious barista career, like that kind of thing. Actually, this sounds pretty good. Let me try this instead of my usual, because I told you I don't like my coffee lately. But you know how like it presents very salesy, commercial, and just like I gotta pay bills kind of thing. It was not like that. It was like very lived in, experiential sponsorship moment. Classy. And then we got into the conversation with her and Miss Julie, who've been friends for 12 years and plus, and they're both journalists. They're both editor at large, currently, in the past. All the things, beautiful journeys these women have had, and they have a beautiful friendship. And they talked about the reality, the ups and downs of their friendship, you know, even to the point like talking about when they fought and hung up on each other or whatever the case may be, and how they survived that friendship. And I just thought it was so freaking beautiful. Okay. It was the most classiest. I want her to have a live production every episode, if you ask me. Thank you. No one asked me, but I'm just saying. No one asked me, but I'm just sharing my thoughts, right? And another thought that I had, and I told Marjon last year, September Fashion Week, she had shared her thoughts on her anxiety levels during Fashion Month, and how like sometimes it's debilitating, like you just don't want to do much, and just like it's a lot going on for Fashion Week, and I think it's a lot of pressure for people involved, whether you are well known or you're just starting out as a content creator or in the fashion space in any capacity. And I remember I went up to her, and I hope she didn't take this the wrong way because I said it pretty quickly, but when I was out at Fashion Week at Zankoff's show, I ran up to her. I was like, girl, I saw what you said about the anxiety thing, like me freaking too. I'm fighting through it. And I don't know exactly what I said, but I was just like, yeah, like I totally get it. Yes. And like said it so quickly and ran out because why? My anxiety was on 10, and I was even nervous just going up to her and telling her that, even though we have conversed like several times and spent time together. And, you know, I realized then Marjon shares a lot of things, human experiences that I connect to really like so tightly. We had conversations about like her last relationship and the dynamic of it, and basically like the religion of the guy came from, and I had a very similar experience. I won't say much because you'll see the episode in which he talks about it, but like we've had very similar journeys as far as I think relationships or feelings within career settings. And when she speaks on it, even when she speaks about pop culture and stuff, I'm like, yes, like she realizes certain hesitations or questions that I have in my mind. Like, let's say we're looking at the show Love Island, and Just Like That. And she had said something about the way that they focused on a character in particular. Like I said, I'm gonna let y'all watch the episode, and how it wasn't the characters that we knew from Sex and the City and how disrespectful it was to the writing. And when she said, I said, exactly, because the marketing that was taking place for the show, and then when we would watch the show, like it was very misaligned from what we knew. And like she verbalized what I was feeling, you know, or my thoughts about the show. And she does that quite often. It's very reaffirming, confirming, very loving, very empowering in the way that she does things. So, you know, I went up to her after the show and I was like, girl, you the nail on the head on everything. Like, I'm realizing I got to do some things. I got to go to Palm Heights, Palm Island, what is it called? Palm Heights, Lord, don't let me get the line. Basically, the same owner of WSA owns Palm Heights, right? Yeah, Palm Heights. And just having like a spiritual awakening and come to Jesus moment for herself and all woman, right? Yeah, and I told Gabby that too. I was like, girl, between the interior design of your spaces and me needing to go to your hotel, like, I love you. Thank you so much for all that you do. And yeah, it was just an amazing conversation. I also love Miss Julie Dell. Do you understand me? She was so just beautiful, authentic, real. She always is. She always speaks and breathes life into people when she does these conversations, whether she's moderating or she's on a panel and being discussed, her writing, the things that she brings. She loves talking about vagina health, and we love this. So funny also, though, because it's just like her husband is like, I hear you're talking about your vagina again on the internet. Like, what are you talking about? So it was just a very joyful conversation to hear, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I've been super stressed out. I've been feeling out of sorts, you know, or trying to get back to sorts in some ways. And it's conversations and events like that that are very fulfilling and very it reminds you of who you are. So it's very important stuff. Very important. Very important. And I know my friend sitting next to me, you know, she was contemplating going, even though like we paid for the tickets, you know, like, this is a paid event, honey. Oh, let me show you my merchandise that I got. And I literally was just like, and what happened? She was like, I'm just so happy that I came to the event because I got so much out of it. And I was like, I'm glad that you did. And that you came out on the other end just with so much more than what you came in with. I'm looking for my purchase. And that you felt happy that you came through when you were like maybe not coming. So, oh, this is what I got. Let me show y'all. Oh, my little coffee is done. Oh, I forgot that's an actual coffee science. Oh, that's a big cup of coffee. Wait a minute. I do espressos usually. Let me go up because my tatas. Okay, so this was the merch. I thought this was so cute. Okay. You know I love me a little baseball cap. And then I also got a nail filer, which so smart to put it in. So look. So smart to put it in this little unit on its own. Because when you put nail filers in your bags, first of all, I feel like you lose them so easily, but then it scruffs up your wallet, all the things. Hate that. Love that. That was very thoughtful. And then the gift from Merit. You know, Merit always, like, whenever you make a purchase from their website, they send you a bag to go with. Oh, there's a lot of product. Wait, I thought it was only 2 things in here. Because I looked in the bag real fast and didn't realize it was more than 2 products. Oh, okay, cute. Auntie says, one cruel truth of being a millennial, we all overplucked our eyebrows in the 90s. Mine went from bushy caterpillars to barely there pencil lines. Enter Giselle at Fancy Faces, my brow savior with her eye for detail and this is the girl I want to see at WSA, and a perfectionist streak I truly respect. She brought my brows back, full bushy and face framing in the best way. Now Auntie stays nothing short of camera ready, and I want you to feel the same. Enjoy 10% off your first visit. Oh my God, I love this. I'm actually, yes. So I wanted to see this girl because I want to feel this. It just hasn't been the same since I was 18 and they pulled it out when I got a wax. But my brows have always been full, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I get tired of filling in my brows every single day. Okay. But yeah, so we got the Merritt's Beauty. That is so nice that she got us a discount code for that. All right, what do we have here? We have, let me pull these pieces out. Then I'll make my coffee and then start working. Because today I do need to make some content today. And all the things. Oh, I like that little brush. It's cute. So yeah, kudos, Marjan. Thank you for yesterday. That was an amazing event, you know, well hosted as far as like, you know, being a part of the audience and just like, you know, having a little cocktail hour before with snacks. I forgot how much I love banana chips. Woo! And they had banana chips in that room. And then they transferred us over to the showroom, and I just love that. Okay, so we have the Shade Stick Ombre Pomade in this color. Really cute. So this is what tinted lip oil. Actually, let's put some on, eh? I'm assuming that these are Marjan picks. Oh, this is like a gloss. Okay. A little tint to it. I like that. That's very neutral for me. Then we have the Solo Shadow. This is an eyeshadow. Really beautiful packaging. I actually don't have any eyeshadow from Merit. So it's a cream shadow. Love. Then we have a blush. A flush blush in the color Mood. Wait. Yeah, this is the color Mood. Really cute. Very neutral. I like this. It has like a very like 90s approach. 80s approach, sorry. And then we have their brush. This is for eyeshadow, and it's a dual-ended brush. I love this. This is very cute. Very like, I always feel like Merit Beauty is very minimal makeup, and I love that. I use their SPF tinted moisturizer. Very nice. Very good. Very good product. So anyway, that's what happened yesterday. Came home around like 10:30, 11. And I had some hummus and toast because I didn't really want to eat too heavy, but I was hungry. And then I fell asleep on the couch, woke up this morning. Carlos was like, babe, what are you doing? I was like, hello. I still had makeup on. I was tired. And then I crawled into bed and finished maybe 1 or 2 more hours of sleep. And yeah, now we're here. What time is it? It's 10. I don't even know what happened. I was awake in the bed for a really long time, and I just stayed there because I deserve. I don't feel guilty. And yeah, today we're filming a YouTube video for Friday, Fashion Friday video, and some short form content. I have not posted on TikTok in I don't know how long. I'm not apologizing when I get back on there either, because it happens. And what else? I might go to the gym, or I might go running today. I would really like to do something active. So let's hope for the best towards the end. And then tomorrow, same kind of situation. I still have a lot of admin work to do, and I need to get to the gym. I just have a lot of admin. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to start my morning, my day, whatever, and get professionally creative. And I'll see y'all later if something is important enough to share, or, you know, I don't know. Okay, bye. Hi, cookies. So I just got finished filming the Fashion Friday video, as well as another video that I've been wanting to do if you've been watching the vlogs and you saw that Stuart Weitzman had gifted me these over-the-knee boots, and I wanted to make a video dedicated to that unboxing. So I finally got that done and taken care of. I'm gonna put this away. And now I'm just putting away all the things that I used for the video I just filmed. This doesn't really go here, but it's fine. But yeah, so I'm just cleaning up my mess, putting the things away. And I forgot to tell you guys, I got in the shelving units that I want to add to this wall, as well as 2 more to that wall, because I have a lot of shoes, number one, that I want to add to that wall. And I also feel like I can have my handbags live on the top shelves here, just so everything's a little bit more visible. So let me find a thing. Oh, let me put this stuffing back in. I don't think I'm going to keep this in its box, considering I want to wear these shoes at some point during fashion week, but also I just feel like they're very comfortable. Number one, these shoes are really comfortable. I mean, obviously I've just been wearing them on the carpet, but like, considering the year I've had with painful shoes and shoes that have marked my feet up so badly, I think I'm getting better at like telling, oh, what's gonna hurt. So these feel really safe so far, and I am looking forward to, I mean, for the most part, I don't have that many, like, I think all of my Stuart Weitzman shoes are pretty comfortable, except for, believe it or not, except for the Georgie sandal, the tan suede one. I love those shoes so much, but there's something about the buckle on the front of that, the front strap across the toes. It like digs into the top of my toes. It might just be my toes, my feet kind of situation, right? But I noticed the other day I wore them to an event for Sip and Slay, the cocktail that they had for us with Shop My. And I was like, this thing rubbing on my little toe again. Like, it wasn't the first time it happened either. So, but all my other Stuart Weitzman shoes, very comfortable. Very comfortable. But maybe those just need to be broken in a little bit more. But these I'm going to leave out right here, actually. And then I have some space in the closet behind here that this could go on. Let me see. Yeah, I have room for one more up in there. Let me get up in there, hello. Hello, how you doing? Let me get up in here. So let me just slide that on in. Yeah, buddy. I have a lot of Stuart Weitzman boxes in there, but that's gonna live there. I have so much stuff from Aerie that I need to situate. I'm doing that project tomorrow. What else do I have over here that I need to situate? Let me bring in. Now here are the shelves, and I have the arms for them. All right. Now, like I said, these are the same shelves that exist on the wall unit there for shoes. Okay, found them. It's just these. All right. Okie dokie. So basically they just hook on. There's like right sides and left sides. These are the same side. Okay. I just want to, yeah, just gonna hook up one and get that done, because the other wall I have to kind of maneuver the shoes around and stuff in order to figure out which one is going up there, or how the two are going to be added. All right. Now, those are up in the front. Yep, okay. So, I can't see. Girl, I'm always doing something, right? I know. So those are up. And then I'm going to take this Mama Jamma Okay. And okay. All right. There we go. That's what I wanted. And so just for let's just do for Skittles and giggles, let me add the bags. I'm gonna have to have this step stool in here at all times now, but I was thinking this would be the purpose. Oh, maybe, oh man, I marked the damn thing up. Okay, so maybe not like tall top handles, but you see what I'm saying? So that way I could just see the collection, know what's going on, and then grab for it as I need. You know, I just find that the way I have my bags in the other closet, it's just a mess. And they're all on top of each other. You know, so now with this format, I'm going to have to make sure that the bags that I have up here are stuffed, like that they have filling and whatnot, if they don't stand on their own kind of thing. So just need to make sure that there are ear pods. There's so many things in that bag. But yeah, so this is, maybe not that one. But my structured bags, we'll put this one together more. Maybe we could have some of them like this. But I just need to see my bags and know what I have in style from that component kind of thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is not how I want to style it. But let me see from afar. Let's see. Yeah, like, I like that. I mean, obviously, I don't like how it's styled and how it looks or whatever, but I like having the bags in here and it being more of like a cohesive thing. So later on, I'm going to, and the other thing too, I want to wrap these shells with this really cool, like basically how I have the top shelf in that marble print. I want to do that with all the shelves. So for me to do this wall, it's going to probably take me a little bit longer. Maybe sometime tomorrow I'll do it. But I'm going to take all the shoes down, take all the shelves down, wrap them, put them back up, and then add the 2 more that I have. And because I find that like the space can be a little bit shortened. So we're going to have a top shelf. And then we're going to have one more shelf somewhere in between and move everything up just like 1 inch or one level up so one more can fit. And that way, like loafers and heels can exist. We'll keep the bottom, the last 2 for boots and booties. So we'll probably lower the booty shelf. Let me show you. I'll probably lower this shelf a little bit more. And then move everything else down just a tad so there's enough space for heels and loafers and stuff to exist. Because look how many shoes I have on the ground here. And then I also have like shoes in the corner here that can exist on that wall, and some other like, I guess, winter, fall shoes can exist on this wall. So yeah, I just want to fix that up. And we're going to get it done before the weekend is over because I really want everything to be done. And what else do I have to do? I really want to order that Lula in Georgia chair. Y'all, I've been doing so good with my money, like saving, paying off things that I've been wanting to for a while, that now, like, when I'm looking at stuff to buy online, I'm like, I don't want to spend the money. I'm like getting cheap on the people a little bit. I ain't going to lie. But I think I'm going to just pull the trigger. Maybe they'll have a sale. It's really between two chairs, if I'm being honest. It's a Lula and Georgia chair, which I don't think they're going to have on sale because it's a newer style. I don't think it's going to be on the Labor Day sale thing this weekend, but there's another chair on Wayfair that I saw that's actually a cheetah print. And the reason why I'm considering the cheetah print is because earlier this summer, I went home and we were going through my grandmother's storage unit on my father's side of the family, and we came across my dad's Aunt Carolyn, my great Aunt Carolyn's books from college and some old photos of her. And this was like my first time I really got to see what she looked like. Like, they didn't have pictures of her. And they found some, they were blurry, but they found some. And one of the pictures, she was sitting on this cheetah print chair. Two of the pictures, I saw the cheetah print chair. And I was just like, I want that in my cloffice. So I've been looking for a cheetah print chair, but hadn't really found one that was chic enough in design. And this one, I think it hits the mark, but then I'm also like, will it take away from the blended out aesthetic of this room? Like how it's very, it's all like one color basically, right? And it's a different type of color than we're used to seeing in most closets from content creators. But also, I'm also thinking, do I get both? Because essentially, I do need a chair for my desk. And right now I'm using the ottoman from Lula and Georgia. So it's just like, what do I do? I think I'm going to pull the trigger and get both. I thought I had a spot on my face. I think I'm going to pull the trigger and get both. But damn it, like I'm doing, like, ugh, I just don't want to spend money right now. Like, and that's another reason why, like, I'm excited. I'm not like going crazy for a New York Fashion Week when it comes to like going to so many things and having to wear stuff or like feel like you need to buy, like, especially if it's like a brand that you do like and you want to buy something of theirs and you just don't have something yet. Like, I feel that every fashion week, I might not go crazy spending money, you know, but I'll definitely spend like a couple thousand on like transportation, a couple new pieces, makeup, hair. Like, it's just, I not like getting my makeup done, but like getting the makeup to do myself type of thing. Or just like, I don't know. I find that I've spent a lot of money during fashion weeks and I live here. Like, I can understand if I'm going abroad to different ones and I'm spending that amount of money because of hotel stay and travel, but like not in the city that I live in. So I am quite excited about the fact that I don't feel that I need to rush and get anything crazy for this fashion week because I'm not going to be that involved like I have been in the past. So I'm just like, this whole momentum of like all money in, no money out. But if I could just, I need to finish this room and really feel like it's totally complete. And it's the chairs. And this chair that I have in here down there, I'll put it in our bedroom or in the living room. It's a beautiful chair. It is from Target, but it's a nice chair nonetheless. And I got it last year. So, and I also kind of want to get it reupholstered. Like, I want a different fabric on the chair. How would that look if I had cheetah print? I'm going to take the measurements of this chair and the other cheetah print chair that I was looking at, and I want to see if they're the same in size. Because if that's the case, maybe I'll just get this one reupholstered, right? Because in my mind, I think the other one is a little bit smaller, which is better, but let me figure it out. Anyway, let me clean up my mess and get myself together. I need to answer some emails, some text messages, get back to some people, and prepare for how I'm going to shoot the airy content tomorrow. But yeah, all right, y'all. But we almost done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side now. But I'll call y'all later. If I were going to some of these shows, I thought it would be fun. I've seen other creators do it where they're like, what I would wear front row at Dior kind of thing. And it was, I do believe that those creators are doing it for, what's it called, visibility from those brands. I don't care. I don't have time to go to these shows. Only two of the group
I probably will be attending, but just saying, I don't have. This is not for visibility. This is for fun. And if you love it, let me know if you want me to do it for other locations, fashions like Milan or London, Paris, and what you would want, want me to see. Good morning, cookies. It's Friday, and no, I woke up and I have not brushed my teeth or washed my face or shower. I didn't go anywhere yesterday, okay? I stayed my ass in this house, okay? And I'm so grateful for it. Got a lot of work done, actually, a lot of work done. I actually just opened up an espresso box. I canceled my auto shipment that had like so many of these sleeves, right? And I was starting to feel like, I told you I don't like my coffee experience anymore. I have to tell y'all what I have on the pot. But I ordered some new flavors and some little treats and some gadgets, and we're about to try a new flavor to me for the very first time. So I was on the site and I saw that they had these little cute dessert bowls. 2 came in a pack. I think they're so chic. I actually have content that I'm doing for Aerie today, and I'm so glad that this delivered today because I actually need it for the photo. And then the flavors that I got were pistachio vanilla flavored, a double espresso. And then I also got this is for regular coffee, coconut vanilla flavor over ice. Yeah, I got that one. And then I got this Blue Bottle coffee collaboration with Nespresso. This is their New Orleans street coffee. But actually, like, it wasn't a regular, it's not a regular size coffee. It's a smaller, it's this amount. When it's coffee, it's like up to here. So I feel like this might be a double espresso, but it doesn't say that. So anyway, also got some cookies. Y'all know I like cookies. So I got the chocolate chip, and then I also got the lemon shortbread. So I got these 2 to taste. I feel like coffee, lattes, coffee, whatever is always great with a cookie. So the other day I was burning my H&M candles, right? And I put something over it to put out the fire, the candle, and it smushed into the bowl and covered the wicks. So I figured, let me put it in this pot, let it boil down so the wicks can stand up again, and then I'll revive it. I'm always doing something to candles. So yeah, we're just waiting for that to melt down and level out again. Hopefully that's what it does. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, let's do first taste together. So I have my Chobani oat milk, vanilla flavor, and then the Blue Bottle slightly cooled down. And I put brown sugar in there. So I tasted a little bit of this by itself, the New Orleans blend by itself, and I'm not gonna lie, like it tastes like kind of smoky. And then I read the thing and I was like, it has a chicory flavor, and for that, it's like they make their coffee over wood like that. That's so, I love that concept. It's street coffee. What does it say? New Orleans style coffee. Okay. Okay, so Nola style blend coffee with chicory flavor. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. It's not bitter. That's smooth. I like that. That's real smooth. By itself too, it was very smooth, like very warming in a way. But I did look I did look on the website for flavors that were more like
Hawaiian roasted or Cuban, and they didn't have anything. I was actually really annoyed, but I was told that on Amazon there are pods that fit into the Nespresso, that are cheaper. Like we should be getting our pods from Amazon. I didn't realize that. Is this going to work? It's melting down, but I'm just worried about it leveling out. Anyway, we'll wait for that to get its life together. Let me taste the cookie. I don't care. What time is it? It's 9:48. I just peeled out off the bed. I need to update my links for the other individual. I love this. Wait, I never read how things are packaged in the package. So you know what I will do? Oh, that's a really great idea. I'm going to take these out of the package and put them in the dessert bowl for the photo. This is adorable. And you know what? This is safer. This is so much safer. So we have our chocolate chip cookie and our lemon shortbread cookie. This is so much safer than a big old bag of cookies. I thought that's what was going to happen. Just put that back. All right. It really just tastes like a really great shortbread cookie with chocolate chips in it. I like it. Okay. Okay. One thing about me, I don't mind looking a mess ever on camera, but this cookie is so good. However, I've been thinking about some things and wanting to wake up earlier and put myself together and just feel put together from the start. And how I think it's really, I would like to do that. I would like to be that woman. And I mean, obviously, like last night I was up late as hell putting my video together and stuff. And answering a lot of emails. I honestly, managing the content creation side of things, girl, like there's wonderful things happening. Oh my God, I love the lemon. It's a very light hint of lemon. It's not overpowering, not too sweet. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This, I gotta go to the bathroom. I be forgetting that this stuff is doo-doo juice. Oh, it's doo-doo juice. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh my God. I gotta go to the bathroom. Anyway, hold that thought. I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, that was fast. Listen, when you have to go, you got to go. Anyway, and I turned off the stove or whatever because I was just like, girl, I don't want to leave the stove unattended. But anyway, I need to fix the links for the video that I just posted. It's not posting. I was so happy to be in the house yesterday. I am not going to lie to you. I lived for every moment. And then today I'm going to the gym. Today, I didn't go to the gym yesterday, but I'm going to the gym today because I have not been able to take this bar class. Y'all know I love that bar class on Fridays with that instructor, Kevin. I need to get his last name. But he just knows how to get the body going. So, and like I was saying, I have these visions of the woman that I am and who I'm becoming. And yeah, I'm not playing about her. I'm not playing about her. And it's not in the sense of like announce what I'm doing, but I think that I do want to mention some things because of accountability factor and just like, hey, Carolyn, did you do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. No, I want to welcome the questioning, okay, of me saying, yeah, I want to wake up earlier. I want to have a very ironclad routine. I don't want anyone getting in my way of achieving greatness for myself in the way that I think that I can do it and deserve it. I was about to say, like, I know I make some of these links, and then when I go to add it, it'll act like it doesn't see that I have it already in my shop. That's so weird to me. Like, I have to re-add it sometimes. Are you okay? I just want to see the freaking wicks. Honestly, I may have ruined the... I just want to have things set up a certain way and just not get in my head about it, not let anyone play with me about it. Oh, this is full price on here. I'm going to tag it. Because, you know, but I'll try to find it at a cheaper rate. Anyway, I just have certain goals in mind, okay? And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, that conversation the other day that Marjan, Carlos, and Miss Julie had gave me some really deep perspective about some things that I just kind of let fly. And it can't happen anymore. And yeah. I don't know if I've said this to you guys, but like I feel like sometimes I forget who I am. And that conversation reminded me of who the fuck I am. So I'm there, and I'm not apologizing for cursing either in that moment, because it's like, I even said this verbatim to my mother, and she was like, oh, I totally understand what you mean and what you're saying. Totally. And I'm just not in the business of allowing that feeling anymore, where I'm just like, I forget who I am, or I allow someone to tell me who I am. And I'm not dealing with that anymore. So I think, no, I know that it clicked something in me where I did wake up and I decided, oh, that's not going to happen no more. That question of self, that doubt of self, that ain't going to happen no more. And whoever tries to get in my way about it, nothing crazy is going to happen. I'm just going to be like, okay, well, you go ahead. Get out my way. That's all that's going to happen. You know, I still don't see the wicks. So, yeah, it was a very much needed conversation. I just want things set up a certain way for myself. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That thing on 5%. Hold on. The fact that y'all talk to me looking like this, where I look like I'm a bald head man with... Y'all really be taking me serious. And I love you for it. I look a hot ass mess. I should not be talking to people looking like this. But here we are. Point blank period, I'm not playing about me anymore. Like, I am not playing about me anymore. And I'm okay with that. I think that I'm looking forward to the fall season as well, because it's going to be cold. And I don't mind being in the house minding my business and being with my day ones and doing my work. It does look like, you know, even after the program, I'm going to be involved with the organization, even post-program, because it needs refinement and building out. And it's going to be a yearly thing that they want to do. So, you know, I am becoming back into a corporate baddie role, because essentially it's a corporate role, this consulting role. And, you know, I also am I never closed down Noir Bud. I never officially closed it down. And I'm not going to close it down. And I think that it is very important for me to relaunch before the end of the year, at least with one product. So I'm getting my ducks in a row and ready right now, you know, and I'm not going to allow myself to get in the way of Noir Bud either. The same way I'm not going to let anyone else or anything or any situation get in front of me and my connection to me, and just making sure that I'm good. I think I put a lot of people in situations before me, and sometimes I would let that stuff kind of like measure my worth or value. And I'm realizing that I allowed that, and that it happened, and it sneakingly happened in my mindset, and I wasn't realizing it. Now that I do, I'm taking control and taking hold of it, and it ain't gonna happen no more. And I'm glad for that. I'm glad for that. I just don't have time for work situations that drain me. I don't have time for friendships that don't feel authentic. I don't have time for familial relationships that make me question their love for me or their genuine connection to me. And even in my relationship with Carlos, like there are certain things that I'm going to rise above, and just miss me with that. You know, I just don't have time. And I do believe that staying busy in a healthy way, not just staying busy with like work stuff. I mean, busy with yourself. I'm talking about solo trips, spa days, dates with your really good friends and things like that. Like, I'm talking about prioritizing an abundance of positive scheduling and allowing that to take up space more than any questionable communication or people feeling off about themselves and projecting on you, and then you're feeling like something's wrong with you. No. I am too busy to pay attention to that. I am too busy to even sense the energy, because I'm fully in my own energy and nurturing that in those relationships that are connected, and I'm only feeding the positive. Yes, we do need negative. We do need negative to balance the scale, right? But I have a way about me that I allow negative situations really overtake me, and I feel bad about them. I damn myself. I put myself into a corner and make it about what I did wrong completely, and not about just like, okay, what have I learned, or how can I apply it? Like, I really be feeling bad if I did something wrong. And yes, like, obviously, like, you should have remorse if something is really bad, right? Which that's not the case. It's more like I didn't check something in a certain amount of time, and someone feels slighted that I didn't respond in a certain amount of time. I'm sorry. Usually I'm like, oh my God, like, I really need to get myself together. Like, I keep missing these things. Like, what the hell, blah, blah, blah. Like, I need to do better. I need help, but I don't want to do this. And like, I go down a spiral. Instead, I need to just be like, you know what? Let me put a reminder in my phone to check this person on these days in their messages and make sure I have these things and respond right away. And that's it. Like, just leave it at that. Leave it at the solution, not the damning of self. Right? Okay, I hope that lands. Okay, I'm starting to see the wick. Looks like the wick is still drowning. I don't think I did it right. But yeah, a lot of healthy realizations about self-care, like mental health awareness, and just, I need to stop being so harsh and critical to my spirit, because it's already enough that the world is pretty harsh with me. I don't need to be harsh with me. I need to propel myself, and I need to keep going forward, and just to be in the busy work of positive life. And that's it. So let me figure out why. Let me get these links back up here, because girl, I don't need y'all yelling at me on the YouTubes. So let me get to the contents. Let me edit, and let me put in the scrapshot, and then I can add the ones as I go alongs. Okay. Maybe that Louisiana, okay, is getting in my system, and that Creole. I don't even know if that's how Creole people sound, but hello, baby. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna drink this and sip on this and hope for the best for this little candle. I gotta pick up these wicks. That's what it looked like. They back down on that. Okay. Anyway, I hope it landed what I was trying to say. And as far as you, to put yourself first, go where it's warm and put yourself in a position where you were so busy living your life positively and intentionally that you don't even know or notice when something is trying to bring you down. These little cookies are cute. Why they put them in individual packets? I want more, but I'm not going to do it. I'll see y'all in a little bit. I need to wash. I got some last night too. Anyway, I'm going to wash. I'm going to wash. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to do my hair later tonight, but I'm going to get some content work done. And then we're going to go to the gym around 4. Are you burning? Oh my goodness. So I just finished working on my Aerie stuff. I'm actually wearing one of the sets. Really cozy. But how about this? 2 things. There's so many things happening. But 2 things. I am feeling like a cold is trying to tackle my body. You know when you're feeling like a little off? And I don't care what nobody say. Some people be like, oh, just because you're sitting in a cold area or like you feel cold for a long period of time, like that doesn't cause a cold. Yes, it does. Anytime that I feel a cold hit my bone a certain way for an extended period of time, or when I just feel like this air blowing on me is going to do something to me, it always disrupts my system. The other day when we went to lunch with the Kinspire team, we were at that restaurant and it was cold in there and I felt that air blast and I was like, this gon' do something to me. And I feel like something's been hitting me. And I've been taking like oil of oregano and like teas and stuff. But it's like, I feel it like trying to boop, boop, boop. But I'm trying my best here, okay? Furthermore, I go to book my class. I don't think the instructor worked with Equinox no more. Because I was looking for any of his classes because the one for today is gone. It's not on the thing. So I'm like, What on earth do you mean Kevin's not teaching today at Rockefeller Center? So is that like my sign to sit my little tail down? Stop making all that noise. You're distracting me out there. Or, because I was going to go to the class, stop by Bergdorf, see Jerry, see if there's any little treat that I can get. But also, too, I want to talk to the manager over there and talk about the restaurant opportunity to see if they can offer us that space to use for the panel. Do y'all hear that? It's very distracting, but it's like I don't really feel my best. And now I don't have a class to go to that I know is going to be really good. And also there are no classes available in that area that I wanted to be in. Let me do a different search. Let me see. But then again, I just don't feel my best. I feel like my head is disconnected. Does that make sense? I mean, let's look at the realities. What else do I have to get done today? It wouldn't be a bad idea to go and steam. You know what I mean? And sit in the sauna. Oh, and I want to do a Substack, the weekly batch with all the links that I think are worthy of sharing and mentioning to you guys. Weekly batch like cookies, a batch of cookies. Hello. Okay, we like it. I like it. 76 degrees outside. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on, I don't care. I don't care if I'm not supposed to, I don't know if I'm not supposed to show, but I don't care. I'm going to put on this Aerie set that I just wore for the content because it was very cozy, first and foremost. And it's just so cute. So let me just switch into that really quickly. If it's on the website now, I'll definitely link it so y'all can grab some because I love them. They're like these wide, like I'll show you the full length, but they're wide leg. This is a set that was really cozy and slinky. I love it. They sent me this top, which is the same version of what I just showed you, but no bottom, but it comes in like this butter yellow, which is really cute. This is part of their collection as well. This is a really nice, just like to wear underneath like a blazer or just around the house too. The approach that I had with this particular piece of content, which is different, I'm not gonna lie, like the last round of content I did for them was video, and I got a little frustrated with like the creative process and like the submission process with them is just kind of chaotic, and their like database that you use to submit, it was like wonky and it was very frustrating. So the second wave I had the option to do video again, like a reel again, and or photos. And I was like, you know what? I haven't done a carousel photo for a brand in a while. I think I did one for them, but it was for an event that I did, and that came out really nicely. So I was like, you know, let me do a photo based type of thing because I want to do more photos on my Instagrams anyway. So I figured this would be really like way better for my mental health and just getting the project done. And let me see if I could. Yeah, I'll just wear this. I'll wear this outfit. So I also have these. How do you pronounce it? Monsieur Gabriel? Monsieur Gabriel. These flats. Brown suede flats. Really cute. And I'm just going to wear this, do head to toe brown. And so when I get to the gym, like I'll just carry a set of underwear. A change of underwear. So when I get to the gym, I'm just gonna like change my outfit and wear just change it to a towel, whatever. But these are the full length. These are a long length. They do have a drawstring here, so you could tie them a little bit tighter. I got a medium long, and I'm 5'5". Usually need an inseam of 31 inches, and they just hit the floor. They drag a little bit, but that's okay for me. I'll just hike it up a little bit and tie it tighter. And then this jacket doesn't necessarily, it's not a matchy match situation, but they're the same brown, so I figured why not. And then I have on the little suede flats. To me, this is like really chic, and also just like really well put together. I told you I want to wear a whole lot more brown this season. I'm just feeling how it looks. And it's my month color. It's my birth month color, power color. And I don't really need much. I just need to pack cuz I don't think I should be like taking a class, jumping around and doing all that stuff. So I'll just take maybe no. Yeah, I'll just take like this bag or whatever, put my toiletries and stuff in it, my change of undies, and hit the road. I'll clean that up later. But I can feel it's a cold because I feel it first in my throat and in my, like I feel it in my chest, like I'm about to have mucus. Like I know my body. I know when she's like sad, okay? And girl, at the end of the day, don't nobody got time to be getting sick for nothing. But also, if I'm going to be under the weather with a cold, I'd rather it be this coming week than the following. Who is texting me? I have like when I'm asking a very specific question, no, I thought that was, I don't like when people don't answer the question. Like, so much time can be saved if people just read through things and responded to that. I'm telling y'all, I said it before. A lot of things can be, a lot of meetings can be an email. A lot of phone calls could be a quick text for clarification. Like, we don't got to be going through all this miscommunication and long-winded stuff. Like, we just get to the point. Get to the point, pay attention. You know, I was talking to Dr. McDaniel earlier, and she was like, this is why some people just really just need Virgos in their life. Like, I am a true Virgo when it comes to being detail orientated and just like solution based and finding the answers and being very thorough and clear. And like when people have a big picture idea, I can definitely be like, okay, let's reel it in and figure out what steps do we need to take in order to get to this vision that you have, you know, and in order to build things, you need people, you need team members that will see these steps through and are just like super involved with that area of the business. So I am that person. I'm not saying I'm God sent, but I do think that when it comes to certain projects or certain realities, like I'm able to say, okay, let's take a step back and let's list exactly what we need to do in order to get there. Like, I'm always about the how. I'm not always about the why. I'm more about the how. How, I don't care. I get it. The why, I see it. I understand. How we gonna do it? How we gonna do it? And then I'll celebrate when we get there. Like, I don't like the thrills of all this stuff. Sometimes I'm just like, how do I accomplish it? Save me on the sugarcoating stuff or like the excitement or the cheerleading. Give me the details and then I'll enjoy it when we're done. Calm down. I'm sorry. I also feel like I might be stepping into my villain era a little bit, and I'm okay with that. Like, villain era in a sense where, like, if anyone saw Love Island Reunion, there was a moment where Olandria said something that I was just like, yes. It was the girl Coco, and she said something to Olandria about sending her a message of like some form of an apology or something, that she was just trying to connect with her. And Olandria was like, yeah, I saw I wasn't fucking with it. And I was just like, that level of honesty and just like raw, I don't care, get to the point kind of thing. I'm there. I am very much like, I'm just like, there's no point of doing that. Let's skip that. Let's do this instead. No, because why would that benefit any of us? No. Like, I'm in that era of just shutting down the noise and the nonsense and not caring at all about how to help people become aware of that. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later. Don't worry. And if people don't like me for that, that's the villain era that I'm talking about. That's a portion of being in my villain era. I don't care. I don't want to waste time anymore. I don't want to waste energy and time. So how that might make you feel in the interim, I don't have time to even give it a thought. And that might feel villainous for other people, but trust me, okay? Let's just go. And I will just, how about this? I'm not even prepared for tomorrow's class tomorrow. I actually am going to reconsider what my class is going to be tomorrow, because we do have their trip coming up. One, number two, we also just have I need to have a conversation about expectations and just mindset about visiting New York and what that looks like, and just having a certain level of openness and humility to the opportunities that they have with this trip coming up. Like literally, Joseph McRae of Project Runway, the designer, okay, him and I are texting because he has an opportunity that he told Dr. McDaniel about for tomorrow for some of our students that live in New York, and we're trying to get that together. Okay, let me wrap. I'm going to actually clean up my mess that I made in the kitchen because I was using like snacks and stuff for this photo shoot. And let me just clean it up because I know Carlos is on his way. And I don't like leaving a mess for someone to walk into. Absolutely not. So let me put away my dishes and stuff like that, and then we'll head out. Hello. It is Saturday. I just wrapped up teaching class with the Kinspire kids. It was a really good class today because it was about the art of networking basically, and just like helping them understand about authentically networking and how important it is to know who you are, what your name is, your skill set or your interests, and it being a part of like your intro to someone and keeping it super simple, short and sweet, and asking them if, they can learn from that person or work for that person, whatever the case may be, or show them their portfolio. I just want them to feel empowered whenever they're in a situation where they see someone that they admire in close proximity and are able to connect with them and build a relationship or whatever the case may be, right? So one of the kids, he's a tough little cookie. I swear he is. He don't say much. But when he does, he's just a tough nut to crack. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get him to like create his intro. And he was like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm having a hard time with this. I was like, well, what are your interests? Like who do you admire? He was like, I don't know, to be honest. Like I can't think of it. I'm like, boy, if you don't tell, what's your favorite game? What's your favorite show? Aren't you into production? And like, he was like, oh, Breaking Bad. I'm like, all right. So I was like, so do you like Breaking Bad because of the way the show is done or like how the script is? He was like, yeah, you could say that. I'm like, look, boy, sir. So just trying to figure out what he likes or what he's intrigued by is so tough, but I love him anyway. So we were just joking around. I said, Dave, you gonna make me want to fight you. I swear to goodness, if you don't help me, like help me understand what you want so I can help you. And we were just all cracking up with him and me going after it. But we got to the bottom of just making sure that we know how to introduce ourselves. So yeah, that was a good thing. And I just wanted them to understand, like, I regret not keeping certain relationships or just like checking in with people or introducing myself to certain people in the life that I've had so far, especially the fashion relationships that I used to have that would make a lot of things a lot more easier for what I'm going through right now. And I was like, yo, I regret, so y'all don't tell me, how are you going to approach this person or this person that you admire if you see them outside, which I know you are, So we just talked about all that stuff. And, I just wanted them to feel empowered in that and to know that they are worth an introduction and to see if they can create relationships on their own or carry out an introduction through someone else. And, you know what I'm saying? Like if we introduce them to someone and they're able to build off of that, that's what I want them to feel strong in doing. Okay, so two of our students are actually working with Joseph McRae right now at his casting call in Harlem. So I'm actually going to go over there, see how they're doing, actually meet them for the first time, these two students. We only ever had virtual classes. So I feel spoiled in knowing that I get to meet them 2 weeks before the rest of the crew, right? I'm like, oh my God, I get to meet two of my students a bit early. So do I like my outfit? I look like somebody's uncle that works for a printer company. This is not going to work for me. But yeah. I just don't want to have my hair out today. I'm annoyed with my hair. Maybe a different pant. Maybe it's the shoe. It's the shoe, it makes me look really like my name is Bob. and I do IT. There's nothing wrong with being Bob that works at IT. It's just that's not who I actually am though. So there's that. Is it better with this shoe? So yeah, they're working the casting call for Joseph McRae, and I am going over there to see how they're doing, meet them, and then talk the logistics for Joseph's presentation in September that the kids will be working at potentially. So that's what I'm about to be doing. That's what I'm doing today. I just look nuts. Should it be a different hat? Mind you, later on we're going to Chee's. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to change, but I'm gonna have to. It's just, and it's also it's a little chilly outside too, isn't it? I think it is. So why am I having a hard time? Listen, this is the look. I don't have time. I need to get over there immediately. I just don't feel cool enough. What is going on with me? Lately, I've just been feeling like I'm not cool enough. I hate that feeling. It's like, oh, I look like a dweeb. The reality is, though, I actually am a dweeb. I'm just saying, I'm a nerd. I am goofy. I'm all the things, okay? But sometimes I want to look a little bit more like, ooh, who is that? She's so cool. I'm so serious. Do I want to wear a skirt? I've had this skirt for so long from the thrift. I haven't eaten and I really want like toast and hummus. Eeh. Can I still fit? Oh, I was about to say I can't fit this. Some people go around the world for love, but they may never find what they dream of. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in it. Because it's like button to the top like this. I really, honestly, I'm starting not to care what I look like at all right now at this point because I'm just getting so frustrated with myself. Oh, it's going good. They're both really involved. Okay, good. So I know more people are showing up for the casting call, and I'm just. Let me call you back. I have to think this through. I truly need to get going, but I narrowed it down to actually wearing the frame jeans that I just got gifted, the boot cut. See, it's kind of low. My underwear is showing there. I don't like that, but it's fine. It's fine. I have this long shirt on, R13, my camel toe boots. I haven't worn these like all summer. Typically, I do wear them in the summer, and then I have my Oak Bluffs hat that I'm wearing, and I'm gonna put on this bag here. Literally, it's like basically empty, but that's the look I'm going for. I look like Farmer Joe. I really don't care. And I actually, sorry, my mic was here, my bad. But yeah, you see the fit, you see what's going on. It's Saturday. I'm just checking in on the kids. All right, let's go. But we talked about networking today, but I'll send you guys a
Oh, you live close?
Yeah, like literally it took me 10 minutes to get here. Wait a minute. Y'all, we with Christopher over here. He's working this event. He's one of my students. He looks so nice. I'm so proud of him. He over here doing the things, helping the people out. I know that's right. Helping the models out, trying to figure out shit. Well, did they say anything about
DEMARIO MCGREW. Do you have? Are you taking comp cards here? All right, I'll bring.
I love it. Do you mind being on my vlog? Because I'm always talking about y'all on my vlog.
Really?
Here goes another model. Y'all, I'm with James now.
Sorry.
Thank you. Have a good
They
day.
got that compound. I know that's right.
They're having trouble uploading it, but it's in the rooms.
To put in their info. I love it. He's gonna get the whole thing together here, guys. James knows what he's doing. Okay? Yo, when you called me earlier.
So listen, we're gonna do all of that. Now I gotta come to the show. September the 13th, we're gonna be here on 120th block between Lenox Avenue and Marcus Garvey Park with Marcus meets Malcolm for the third annual Fashion. Third annual. Come out September the 13th. Doors open at 6 p.m. It's $20 for a seat and it's free on your feet.
Oh, Lord! We gotta start over.
Stop. We need a do-over. Everybody is here for Sharika's birthday, so everybody is gonna sing the fucking song. So I'm gonna start it over, and I want everybody to follow me. Are you ready?
Yes! Yes, Coach!
Okay, what version do you want?
I just want regular happy birthday.
All right, then we can do regular. That's not to you. There we go. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Happy birthday.
Honestly, I don't even know where we left off, okay? Yesterday was a blur. Didn't film anything. Let's just skip it. It's Monday. Happy Labor Day. And obviously, we are at the desk. I'm in front of my computer right now, and I have so much work to do. And the thing that is like, kind of not pissing me off, but just like making me feel like, it's this holiday. You know, people have been out since last Friday and trying to solidify certain things for Kinspire, or just like even my content work, like getting approvals and stuff or getting contracts done. Everything has been like delay. And I'm over delay. That sounds like someone's name, doesn't it? Delay is tripping, okay? So anyway, as you can see, I did my hair. I did my hair yesterday morning before I got the day started, really. It was so much fun at Chee's for her birthday. Her birthday was actually yesterday, the 31st, but we celebrated a day early and just hanging out with the girlies. It's always fun. It's always a good time. And I like seeing when like Carlos is becoming more and more friends with like their significant others and stuff. So I just feel like it's so cool. But also today, yeah, it's Labor Day and I have so much to do. Like my to-do list is basically send the recap from, what is this? Oh no, child. My clock was running since Saturday, so that's not right. This needs to, oh no. Yeah. Right. Okay. It looked like something was running for 48 hours, so let me just start the project now. But basically, I'm going to be sending in my recap from last class, and also, like, basically I have to email all the panelists. Even though the location is not solidified, they are. Send the recap from class, how the kids did at the open casting call with Joseph McCrae. What else do I need to do regarding Kinspire? I have to follow up with a vendor to finish up an order. I need to see about Uber codes. I need to request 2 meetings with 2 of the brands that the kids are going to be working with. And it's Monday. Like, everyone doesn't give a crap. Like, as much as I might give a crap and am working still through the holiday and always working, there's, like, really not a day off in this life of mine. But not everyone's going to be on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling okay. Even last night, I was up late doing laundry, cooking, cleaning. I was really domesticated yesterday. It was okay. Like, I wouldn't recommend. I am not like my mother wasn't that type of like she wasn't a stay-at-home mom at all. Like she only worked and my dad stayed at home with me, right? So like as I'm getting older, like yesterday I noticed when I was cleaning up the house, it was so chaotic, okay? I was cleaning the walls, I was doing laundry, I was washing this dish, I was cleaning the black mold in Carlos's tub. Like, then he was like, oh, you got to use this brush. Well, where did you have that brush? I didn't even know that you bought that brush for your tub. Like, he was like, yeah, because I can't get into the crevices. I was like, well, it's good to know that we have it, you know? But like, I am trying to do all the things and stay hydrated. I just wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend it. Anyway, also Friday was such a nice day because I went out to Bergdorf to seek out some information about who I can talk to regarding renting out space for the panel, blah, blah, blah. And I actually ran into a Cookie's husband, and we got acquainted. We were talking about fragrances and all the things. And I ran into my old manager, Andrea, who poured so much life and love into me in that moment. Like, I cannot deal. I love Andrea so much. She is the manager of the beauty department at Bergdorf. She oversees everything. She creates roles for people where she just sees like their gifts and natural talents. And I love that about her. I love Andrea. Anyway, ran into her also. I ran into a few people that I worked with in the past that it was just all good energy and vibes. And I also met one of the visual merchandisers for the store, which I've met before. He's a friend of a friend, black man, wonderful. And just like, you do all the visuals here, like all these floors, he has like, I think not all the floors, but like a lot of the main floors in the store. Like I think jewelry, beauty, contemporary issues, and something else he said. I was like, I love those floors visuals. Like, you do those by yourself? I love this. Like, it was just so cool. So anyway, that was really nice. Had a weird interaction on a train. And like, I wanted to go home immediately. Like, I was going up the escalators at 59th Street. And in New York, like when you're on the escalator, the right-hand side is for people who just want to chill, take the ride up, stand still. The left side is like supposed to be open for people who want to express pass, walk up the escalator, right? So there was two guys I noticed on the left side kind of standing still. One was with like his wife. Maybe they weren't from here or whatever. And I was like, oh, excuse me, going up the escalator. And so then I get to the second guy, and it was like the Spanish guy, red t-shirt. Like, I remember very vividly what he looked like. Black track pants, Crocs with some of the toes were covered and then like 3 toes were open. I never saw Crocs like that before, especially on a grown-ass man. Anyway, they look like kid Crocs. So he's like standing there like spread eagle, like on both sides of the escalator, just like hanging out. And I was like, oh, excuse me. Again, and I'm assuming he just doesn't know, whatever. Like, I'm no beef. Like, I'm just trying to get through. Express, mommy, okay? And he's like, stands still, looks at me up and down, gives me this nasty look. And at that point, I'm like, ooh, I'm a little bit too close in proximity to him. Is he dangerous? Red alert, red alert, red alert in my head, you know? So then he looked at me. He was like, you want to get past? And I was just like, yeah. And I was like, oh, no. Like, what is this man about to do? Talking about, do you want to get past? And he was American accent. And I was like, yes, please. Again, no fire. Because what smoke do I have? It's Friday afternoon. Like, sir, please. So he's like, you want to go up the stairs? I was just like, yes. And then I started to get real, like my gut started to turn. I was so scared because I'm like, 1, I don't have my taser. Of all days, I don't have my taser. 2, I don't know what this man is capable of. And I'm on an upward escalator. I could flip backwards, crack my head. He can swing, like all the things could go down right now. And then he looked me up and down again. He was like, go ahead, queen. And not in like a, you're queen to be. Like, it was not like that. It was like bitch queen, black bitch queen. You know the energy. And I was like shook. I'm not gonna lie. Shook in the sense where just like, ugh, what was that all about? And so I zoomed up them little escalator stairs so quick, because you're not gonna get me from behind either. You're not gonna get me from behind. So I zoomed up that thing so fast. But it was just like a weird energy. Such a weird energy. And then I went to Bergdorf and it was great energy. Per usual. And I go back and I go to Muji to get, do I have them here? I get the no-show socks from Muji and like a pack of pens. I get these like ballpoint pens, the 0.5s. And I got a red one and a blue one too. But anyway, I love how they glide. And I'm in line and I'm about to check out and I'm like walking towards the register and I look to my right and I see an old friend of mine that I just saw at a baby shower not too long ago. The baby shower that we went to last weekend. And I was like, hey. And I noticed like he's in a suit and like obviously stepping off for work or whatever, stepping out of work. And he was probably like one person after me to go next to check out. He was going into the checkout line. And so the guy checks me out quickly and I go to turn around to greet my friend properly, right? Like hug, you know, because we were like both motion like this. I turn around, he's gone, missing. And I had this feeling in my spirit that I was just like, maybe he just didn't want to talk. Maybe he didn't want me to ask how's life or where you working or like what you doing in this neighborhood kind of thing. Because I didn't really get to catch up with him at all at the baby shower. Like I think we hugged, we greeted each other, but we didn't get a chance to talk. It was so loud, right? And plus, like, it's like the boys always clustered and, you know, whatever. Didn't get a chance to really talk to him. So I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't get to really talk. Like, I was going to ask him all the things. And then, like, he disappeared. And then I was going to go into, like, the men's section to see if he went down there for whatever reason. I was like, no, he was right behind me. You ain't check out. You was not at the other register like the other person was. So I was just, like, so confused. And then I was just like, you know what? Maybe they really just don't. Let me pause my clock. I'm going to start that over. Maybe they just don't want to talk. Maybe like something's going on, you know? Like I didn't take offense to it that they like dipped out, you know? I was just like, well, maybe something's up, you know? Weird though. It was weird. I was like, get me home right now. I don't want to deal with this right now. I want to go home. Everyone is being weird outside of Bergdorf. So... And I don't got my taser, so I don't like that. So anyway, got home and just chillaxed the rest of the day. Saturday was just busybodying in the house, right? What was I doing oh no, I taught. We went to Harlem, saw the kids, then went to Chee's. Yesterday, busybody. I don't want to talk about it. I was just a bit, and then I ended up being domesticated. Like I just don't. Sunday was not well spent. That's what I'm gonna say. And then today, yeah, Kinspire vlog. I got to set up an email for someone who's going to be working with me, managing some of my campaigns. I need to rally it up with these things that's supposed to go into the storage, get it together. I'm going to take down the shelves and reapply them onto the wall. So some closet org today and order some groceries. And when it comes to Kinspire, I have so much stuff to do, and I need to book my facial, my nail appointment, and see if I can actually get my hair done because the roots are on fire. And I had like a cluster of grays. I don't know if you can see it. The grays are coming out, honey. I don't mind it, but like I do like this color. I prefer this color right now, this chocolate color. So there's that. So I don't know if the grays are going to survive, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. Anyway, let me get to work. If anything comes up important, if I need to show you the things around the house, I will. I'll see you in a little bit. Oh my goodness. Cookies, I got so wrapped up in like organizing, cleaning, and doing things yesterday that I did not tap in. It is officially Tuesday, the end of this vlog. Let's wrap it up here. So much footage, so much good stuff. This is going to post later on Tuesday today, but let me show you guys what I did. It's not that much of a difference, but I'm still going to show you. So yesterday I added the very top shelf there, as well as this flat shoe shelf here. I literally just moved things up from here. I moved it like a couple notches up and that's it. And most of the shoes now fit on there. I'm so happy. Behind the curtain, we do have this. I actually took off the wrap that I had on one of the shelves here because I feel like it's going to take me a while to wrap all of them and wrap them well. So I just rather have that project for a different time and place, maybe after September when things are like calm and I just have a little bit of time to myself. I did add the shelving. I don't know if I showed you guys this while I'm taping this. Well, I'll show you anyway. I also did the shelves for the bags up there. I have been using it and I've been using this little hook thing from the same company that I bought the actual systems from to pick up the bags off of the shelves. Amen. Amen. Another thing that I wanted to share something else with you guys that I did. Oh my God, I got rid of so much mail from like years ago. I don't know what's wrong. I like hoard mail. I don't paper mail. I need to like shut off all those things because they charge you for that too, right? I'm going to do a giveaway. I have 3 Lurch's bags of things to give away. I'll post it on my community area of this channel, and I will also post it on the other platforms. So basically TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. There will be one winner from each platform to send those big old packages to. And what else, y'all? What else? I think that's it. I think, let me just double check my notes here as far as what I had to do on my list yesterday. But I've been loving working at this desk, at the window, all the things. It's been really like, yay moment for me. Actually, let's put it here. But yeah, I think I wanted to do a little bit more organization with the closet, but I think we're going to make that into a whole separate video of as far as items that I'm taking out or transitional items or just refining the wardrobe and really just getting to know what's in here. Because as much as I had intended to really overutilize this entire situation for summer, as far as like every piece of clothing, it wasn't really possible because I wasn't really outside like that this summer. So but there's a lot of things here that are super transitional for fall and can be used throughout the cold months. So that will be a separate video. So I didn't really get to do that organization. And the other closet that I have that I started off with, that's going to be where the off-season stuff basically lives, as well as like my intimates and socks and gym gear. So we're going to refine that spot too, because it's a little bit of a mishmash. So we got to take out some stuff and add some legs to one of the storage units in there. And yeah, I didn't get to put everything into the storage unit yesterday that is out there in the living room because between Carlos cooking all day, meal prepping, and me going through all the other little bits and bobs, we did not have the energy to go to the storage unit literally in our own building. And because it's heavy stuff, we have to lift things. He has to lift things over his head. And I was just like, you can help me with that tomorrow when we have a little bit more energy. So he was like, yeah, please, definitely, let's do that. So yeah, today I started the day off. We actually had a meeting with Kinspire this morning. Typically our meetings are on Thursday mornings, but we had one today because there was just so much to cover with the trip starting in T-minus 8 days. It's 8 days away. They are going to be here on the 10th. So, and it is September 2nd. Welcome to September. Welcome to the lovely month of September, one of my favorite months. So we had to discuss all the things, a lot of logistics. I have another meeting with 2 other leaders from Kinspire to discuss further logistics. And I've been literally texting, emailing all people, all moving parts since 8:30 this morning. And I didn't even I woke up late for the meeting. Like I woke up 15 minutes before the meeting. Thank goodness. Didn't even shower at that point. So I just took my shower for the day. Like this, my to-do list was basically this before this morning's meeting, and now it's all of this. So, and look, and also this list too. So yeah, there's 10 things on here, but we won't get through it, and I'm gonna move some stuff to tomorrow to do, considering I did leave Wednesday open and Thursday because I was just like, what? Oh, my dad is calling. Hello, I was thinking about you just moments ago and was going to call you.
I know. Listen, I'm sorry to call you yesterday, but I feel good today because I was sleeping all damn day yesterday.
I knew you was. You go to one festival and lose all energy.
You understand? I had to walk from where we were to the state, up and down them steps, back to where we were, walk around. It was a lot of walking. It was cool. But those ways, my body didn't ache as bad. And I did put the stuff on my knees at night, so that could have been helpful as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good now. But no, like your mom worked from 7 to 1 like she's doing today. And I know I was up a little bit earlier. Fell asleep. When she came in at 1, I felt like I woke up at 6 o'clock. Damn, 6 o'clock in the evening. I slept like from 1 to 6, man, on the couch. She involved. Maybe she brought some food home, and I was like, okay, I'll get it later, whatever.
I knew you was going to take the day to rest. That's why I didn't reach out either. Yeah. But I was like, I was hoping that you were feeling more energized today. But yeah, I'm glad you went to the festival and like enjoyed yourself. I really am.
Me too.
That was really cool.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm even almost like want to propose the idea to my family for next year of us going there as a family unit. Do 10 hangouts. It's a really nice venture. And I love it because it's a whole different side of Baltimore that the USA doesn't want to talk about. You know, I mean, this place is like, I ain't gonna lie, my first, I was even saying, I was like, wow, you really want to go to a DJ funk? I'm thinking like, more like a younger music, but it was like old school all day,
Yeah.
You definitely figured it out quicker than I did.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's like that house chill music. Like, this is smooth. Like, everybody, it's just going to be two-stepping all day. Yeah, I figured you was going to have fun.
I just had one friend curse me out, though. She was like, she sent me something just from yesterday because she was a vendor at the event, and, her and her husband, he's a DJ, too, but he was like in Atlanta, I believe.
Oh, my gosh. So that conversation with my dad was like a minute. He went to a festival in Baltimore over the weekend, and he was like, he didn't know what to expect. My dad's not really like an outgoing person in a sense where like, he needs to know all the things before he goes anywhere. And so he was nervous, but I looked into the festival. I was like, oh, it's like house music and like a whole bunch of black people just two-stepping on the field. Like, I think you'll be fine. It's very chill, it seems. And he was like, oh my God, you're so right. He had a great time, saw several people that he knew, blah, blah, blah. So he had to take all day. It happened on Sunday, and he had to rest all day yesterday, Monday. I thought it was so funny. But anyway, after we got off the call, I just went into crazy work mode, just admin stuff. And now I'm taking a break to eat. I made shrimp pasta the other day for Carlos and and I'm going to put a pause on all things Kinspire to eat and then to also edit my video for today. Right? Right. Okay. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to another vlog. It has been a pleasure servicing and sharing the things. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Let me know if y'all want to see more cooking content, especially with Carlos chefing it up. Do y'all want to see him cooking more often? Do you want to see these quick, easy meals that I be making? Because this literally took me like 15 minutes to make. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, Cookie.